Hey, this is Rachel here. I am getting ready to jump on a call with one of my clients to do a copy critique. And so I'm going to make this super fast, but I did have someone ask a question about how I do my research for advertorials. And there's all kinds of different ways that you can do research to find stories or facts or the scientific studies that you need to write your advertorials. So I'm just going to go over one of those ways today, and hopefully you will find this helpful. So this would be a good situation where you're trying to find a story to write your advertorial about, right? Because as we've talked about before, advertorials are like leads with a CTA at the end, or like a story with a CTA at the end, right? And so we want to find a really meaty story that can create some curiosity, create some urgency, maybe touch some of those emotional pain points. So for example, maybe you would write a story about a mother of three who found the cure for rheumatoid arthritis, or something like gardener from Texas finds the secret to curing joint pain without drugs or surgery, that kind of thing, right? So these are stories of people who have had a pain. In this situation, I'm writing a promo about joint pain, so we'll use that as an example. Someone who had joint pain or had pain in their feet or their ankles and basically cured their feet or joint pain in a way that would support the product or the concept behind the product of what you're trying to sell, right? So maybe you're promoting a TENS machine, which is a pain relief machine. Maybe it's some sort of shoe insole or some sort of supplement. But basically, we want to find stories that would support the theory and the idea that we have behind our product, right? So first thing I would do is go try and find some of these stories that I can then flesh out or make a bit bigger so that we can use it for a full lead. And so here's how I would start doing it. And this is just one way, and we could talk about a couple other ways to look for these stories as well. Actually, I'll give you two. So one way that you could do this is start from the most dire situation that you can think of, right? And so you go to Google and maybe you say something like arthritis. Oh, see, I've already done this. You can see arthritis ruined my life. So you can do that in Google. And this is one that I actually used for a recent promo where I was trying to figure out how arthritis would affect someone's life. And so this is a woman who actually wrote exactly how rheumatoid arthritis has dramatically affected her life, in her career, in her social life, in her independence, her how she says that she can tell when rain is coming. She has a hard time dressing, and so it's affected her confidence. And so you can see that this is straight from someone's mouth who has a arthritic condition, telling you exactly how it makes them feel and what that looks like in their life, right? So this would be a really good place to start. And these are also other advertorials down here, by the way. You can find other good examples when you do this. So let's look at another one. Here's one. Quora is a great place to find this stuff. So this is someone saying their life is completely ruined because of arthritis, right? So this person is 28, they have arthritis, and they're saying that their life is completely ruined. Maybe they're being a bit dramatic. Doesn't matter. This is how they feel, right? So you can use these feelings that they're sharing here in order to build your story, or at least understand how to describe the pain points that you are addressing with your audience. And as you'll see, when you find this stuff, other people are going to start telling their stories as well. All right, so this is a great way to find that real emotional language that people are using. You can also do this on YouTube. Sometimes this is hit or miss if people are doing a lot of ads and stuff like that, but let's try it. Arthritis ruined my life. Or you can say ruining. So here's someone telling their story. Here's someone talking about balancing their life with rheumatoid arthritis. God, I can't say that word. Here's someone doing like a vlog talking about it. This lady had an autoimmune disease, and I actually used, you can see I watched some of it, I actually used some of her story in a recent promo. So this is a great place to hear someone who has the condition that you're addressing get the language that they're using directly from them, right? And another little hack here for research, and I have to give credit to Jimmy Parent for this because he's the one that showed me this feature on Google. Let's say you type in arthritis let's do joint pain frustrated on Google, right? And you can actually get this little plugin. So you get it for your Chrome browser or your browser. You just Google discussions Chrome plugin. And then when you Google, you'll have this option up here to click on discussions. And so it's pretty cool because that gives you all of these forums and comments and where people are having live discussions about this situation. And what I learned from Jimmy actually is you type in the issue that you're researching and then an emotional word. So frustrated or anxiety or angry, things like that. And so an emotional word, and then you're going to find stories where people are talking about this. So here's one that I've looked at before. This is a health forum. And this is someone telling you their entire story about having this chronic joint pain, right? How valuable is that? Look, there's people backing it up, validated. You could tell this story and then say something like, and Angie wasn't the only one. Allie also had the problem. And so Peter, whoever this is, also had the problem, right? And so it's a good way to validate your story even further. Let's see if we can find another one. Here's a triathlon forum. So if you were looking for joint pain in people that were even active people or selling something that helps with injuries from the gym, this would be a good place to look. And so here we're talking about someone has medical knee pain, whatever that means. Medial knee pain. Okay, gotcha. And they're going through and telling you exactly what it feels like, right? And so you wanna go through and look for the emotional descriptions and how this condition is affecting people's lives, and that is just absolutely prime material to use in your advertorials because it's all about telling those stories, right? So I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know what questions you have, and maybe we can dig into a little bit more research on how to find stories and hooks for advertorials as well. But until then, leave a comment below. Let me know what questions you have, and we will dig into it a little bit further. And if you need some help with your research for advertorials, I do have a couple of spots open for new coaching students. And so we can jump on one call and go through and do a critique of what you've already written, or I can help you find these stories if you need help finding angles or hooks or stories to write for your advertorials. Or if you want to go a little bit deeper, we can do a couple of calls and I can walk you through my process for creating advertorials so that you can use that as well. All right, so you can do that on my website at rachelmazza.com/workwithme, and there is an option right on that page to book in that call directly, and my assistant Ashley will help you find a time that works for both of us. All right, so talk to you later. Bye.